All right, guys, the Nigeria-Tunisia match in the ongoing AFCON 2022 has come and gone, and reactions still trail the loss of Nigeria, 1-0 loss to Tunisia. And I usually wouldn't bring football and trading together, but when I saw the reactions on social media and around me, it looked very, very, very similar. It looked similar to traders, the reaction you get from traders, quote and unquote traders, who invest in trading schemes that collapse, or traders who fund their account and then for one reason or the other lose the money, or people who follow YouTubers and social media influencers that talk about cryptocurrency, who bought Bitcoin at 65K, at 55K, and now Bitcoin is sub 35 or thereabout, and they are wondering what happened to them, right? Is the same reaction of disbelief, the same reaction of anger, of negative energy. And that makes me believe that trading, football, and in fact, every other endeavor of human life have some similarity, because we're dealing with human emotions here. And 90% of traders statistically don't know how to manage their emotions. 90% of traders statistically lose money constantly in the markets. And before we discuss this slide, let's quickly call up some things I saw online. This is a prediction, actually January 22nd, Tunisia versus Nigeria versus Tunisia, prediction and match review. Let's read some things here. Nigeria became the top contenders in Group D after their win against Guinea-Bissau in their last match. They scored 2 goals against the opposition while defending their net well. The match ended 2-0 full-time score. Tunisia could only find 1 win in one of the matches in their group stage, right? Let's jump that to the next paragraph. Super Eagles is one of the most favorite contenders in the AFCON this season. They have played well, qualifying the group stage with 100% win tally. Nigeria is the only team to have 100% win tally in group stage. They have both played offensive and defense well in their matches. They keep clean sheets in 2 of the 3 matches in the group stage as well, right? We could go to the Nigeria versus Tunisia head-to-head tie. Their last head-to-head ended in a draw, 1-1 full-time score. The teams have faced each other 4 times in AFCON, from the past 10 head-to-head matches. Tunisia has not won in the last 6 head-to-head matches. Now the prediction. Nigeria has moved to the group of 8 without losing in any of their previous matches in this tournament. They have been a tough contender for their opponents and have put on great effort for securing their net in the match. In the last 2 matches, Nigeria has scored over 1.5 goals as well. So Tunisia has not been the best in their group, but above ranking teams in the group have won against them. They have also failed to score in the matches as well. So I believe Nigeria will be winners in the match and will score over 1.5 goals against Tunisia. Wonderful prediction, use data, what we call statistics. The past, you could compare this to your back-tested results or the likes, right? But the prediction was an astounding. I believe Nigeria will be winners, not could be, but will be, certainty, right? Again, at least one of the keepers emerged, blah, blah, blah. Given that the 7 of the previous 10 Tunisia away games at this level have followed the same pattern division from this script of work, I'm looking for somewhere again where the prediction is Nigeria is going to win. Of course, from the odds, you could see that the prediction was Nigeria win everywhere. Let's see the last 5 games for Nigeria. It was win, then just 1 draw. Everything was showing that Nigeria was going to win, and we lost. Nigeria, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, basically lost. It was unbelievable for some people. For those who get involved in betting, they might have bet against a loss and then they lost. This is the same reason why majority of traders lose money. When you are cocksure about something that historically you shouldn't, you should have an edge. You should believe a team has an edge. But to be cocksure, that is not one of the attributes of a consistently profitable trader. If you are cocksure, you would increase your bets, you would increase your lot sizes, you would remove your stop loss, you would increase your TP, you adjust some of those things that you usually wouldn't have done. You would try to gather as much pips, as more wins to yourself as possible. If we are cocksure, unfortunately, in this industry, anything is possible. You listen to football analysts, they would tell you that in football, anything is possible. But there's a difference between saying it, believing it, and taking actions to prove that you believe it, right? So Nigeria won 9 points, highest, the only team in the tournament that had that at the group stage, and then went to the very next game and lost. Many people could not fathom that. Yet that is how life is. The best student in the class academically might not be the wealthiest. It might not be the most comfortable. The most fit guy at the gym might not be the one who lives long. He might come down with the colon cancer. Something could just happen. Life is full of uncertainties. And as traders, we should be master of uncertainties. We should be able to react when there are uncertainties in the market. That is what we are paid to do, to play around and to get comfortable with uncertainties and find a way of making money off of them. And today I'll be taking us through that, just like with trading. Let's start from here. Right, trading versus football. And we've just looked at the Nigeria-Tunisia match in AFCON, right? But there is something at the core of every person, at the core of me. Let's leave out the envelopes, right? The so many things we've used to cover our inner person, right? The beliefs, the character, the social media hype, right? The so many things. There is something at the core of us that determines if we will eventually be profitable as traders or not. Right? I'll be taking us through something we did towards the end of last year. We looked at the statistics from my Forex funds, and we tried to see, of course, at the end of that analysis, I think we still have the video there on YouTube. You can go watch it. But at the end of the statistics, it turned out that 0.2% of traders who attempt to trade for this prop firm based on October and November statistics eventually make a withdrawal, even just one withdrawal, right? Let's look at the month of October, right? We discovered that only 18% passed phase one. And out of that 18%, 31% of the 18% passed phase two. And just 4% of traders who passed phase two eventually withdraw. Do the math. I don't want to bore us with the math today, but you could do the math yourself, right? 18%, that is like 18 persons out of 100. Then you do about 30% of 18. You get that? And then do 4% of that to tell you the number of people that reach their first profit split. Let's go to the month of November. It was even worse. 10% passed phase one, right? So if there are 100 persons, just 10. Then out of that, 24% pass phase two out of the 10%, guys. Then 3%, November was worse than December. right? And note they had something at the end, an important note. For the start of the month, the pass rate was high due to our violation system missing a large number of violations, meaning that it could have been worse. This is not a true representation, right? Let's see some takeaways from this. A trader who holds trades over the weekend, let's leave that. Let's come to the one I circled. There are 5 traders who are on their 8th payout on evaluation live account. All of them trade conservatively. I'm reading here, guys. All of them trade conservatively and make sure they get paid. None of them risk more than 2% per trading day, and they stop when they have reached 4 to 8% in profit. So when they hit 4 to 8% in profit, they stop. There is a very popular prop firm that does interview for traders who do 10, 20%, 30%. For most of those traders, they lose their account maybe the next month, maybe some months later, right? Risk management is key, guys. But again, let's see the last part here. All traders who have received record payouts mean payouts above the normal 4 to 8%, have lost their accounts within 3 weeks of that record payout due to excessive risk. Right? The same thing we see in the Nigeria-Tunisia game, right? Some persons went all out. It's impossible for Tunisia to beat Nigeria. Nigeria just have to beat Tunisia. Why? XYZ happened in the group games, in the group stages. We have to be able to understand the probability in life and be able to handle it. Once the guys who are making withdrawal, once they do 4 to 8%, they practically stop trading. Now they are sure that they've backed 4 to 8%. They want to wait until they've actually withdrawn that profit. Then they go back into the market. They are not planning to kill the prop firm, like we say, would destroy our broker, would destroy the prop firm. They are trying to make money. They are not here to prove that they are right. They are not here to prove that the methodology works. They're here to make money, right? And when we go on, you understand why some traders might behave this way. Their why might just be what is leading them to behave like this. All right, right. So we're looking at trader psychology, right? So many things go on in our head when we trade. It goes beyond just pulling the buy or sell signal. Why do we pull the buy or sell signal? The last fostering program, the last meeting we had with the guys in our mentorship of fostering program, we asked how many of you here just wake up, look at price action as price is moving, and without any genuine reason, without any cogent, without any explainable reason that looks logical, you just take a trade. And several persons said they do that, right? So there's a lot to do with the way we think. Psychology is it. Psychology is it. Now let's look at this pie chart, very popular pie chart. Psychology carries 60%. Trading system, and that is where our trading strategy is, takes just 10%. And money and portfolio management takes 30%. And I tell you, go to YouTube, go to Instagram, go to Telegram, what everybody's shouting about is 10%. You hear people talking about ICT. You hear people talking about BTMM. You hear people talking about several other things. Very few persons spend time on money management. Very few persons spend time on psychology, which is why many people fail, right? Majority focus on the 10%. Majority focus on the 10%, and they don't look at the 90% there. And even that 90%, some look at, okay, I move my stop loss, I do that. Even that is not scientific. How did you arrive there? How did you arrive at 20 pips as your take profit? Did you consider the ATR? Did you consider the ADR? Did you consider that 20 pips in EG is not the same thing as 20 pips in GU? That GU could actually give you 20 pips easier than EG? Are you using the same TP points in terms of pips for all the pairs you trade? Would you consider trading AJ 20 pips during the Asia session with AJ 20 pips outside of the Asia session? Are you looking at all of those things? It isn't just about a system. It isn't just about a strategy. We could use AQZ, we could, and still be very, very profitable. It doesn't have to be too cumbersome a strategy, right? 10%. It's just for system. Psychology takes the bulk of it, 60%. If you are a failure outside of trading, there's every likelihood that you'll be a failure in trading. If you are indisciplined and irresponsible and lazy, and you're a sluggard, you procrastinate outside of trading in your normal life, there's every likelihood you will bring that into trading. In fact, it's not that there's every likelihood. You will certainly, most certainly, bring that into trading. Your life in trading cannot be markedly and remarkably different from the life you live outside of trading. It's not possible. If you are not an organized person in your day-to-day life, you cannot be an organized trader. If you find it difficult to keep a diary, to have an itinerary for your week, how would you keep a trade journal? How would you follow a trade plan? It's practically impossible, right? We need to major on the major, guys. And don't believe that because I had 3 wins in the past, therefore the next game must be a winner and walk into the next game lackadaisically. Or if you are somebody who bets or an observer, you just believe 100% that you're going to win the 4th match simply because you won 3. I'll end by asking us 3 questions. And Prof asked the present set these 3 questions. Why do you want to be successful? To be able to bring your psychology to a point where it begins to make sense to you, you should be able to answer several questions, but just these 3 for now. Why do you want to be successful? Why? Of course, if you're answering this question is a holistic question, you should be able to define what success is. Success for one person might not be success for another. Success for your mentor might not be success for you. I tell you, even in school, in academics, success for one person might be coming out with a 2nd class. And for another, 2nd class would be a failure. What is success? And why do you want to be successful? This is outside of trading. Remember, we're talking about psychology. In your life, why do you want to be successful? And you know, when we ask the question, some people say we want to be successful because we want financial freedom. And we said, what is financial freedom? You have to be able to define each of the terms in your answer to the question, why do you want to be successful? If your why is not strong enough, if your why is not strong enough to wake you up in the morning and ensure you get your trading decks on time and do all you need to do, you would click on that snooze button. You would drag your feet. You would procrastinate. If your why is not strong enough, you find reasons why you should fail. You give excuses for your failure. You say, oh, well, 90% are failing. If your why is not strong enough, you won't find enough energy to push you into the 10% who are climbing and are making success. Unfortunately, by human nature, we are lazy. We are naturally lazy. We would rather not do the dishes than do them. We would rather not do the lawn than do them. We would rather lay in bed than wake up. We would rather just have free food, junks, than go prepare them. We are naturally lazy. We naturally don't have a why. We prefer to live without a why because it's easier to live without a why. It's easier to sit on your hands and watch Netflix, to live without a why. And if your life as a whole doesn't have purpose, trading will not fulfill that for you. Trading will not fill that gap. Trading will not fulfill that purpose for you. I mean, if your purpose is nothing, then trading will be nothing. Why trading? And why do you want to be successful at it? There are several professions out there. You could be a graphic artist, you could be a footballer, you could be a trainer, you could be anything, you could be an engineer, you could be anything. I read chemical engineering, I'm trading. I don't know what you read, I don't know what you're reading, but why? Why are you trading? And why do you want to be successful at it? What is your reason? If you don't have a clear-cut answer, even when you hit milestones where you should congratulate yourself, you won't, and most likely you might give up when you are just some steps away from hitting the gold mine. Why do you want to be successful? Put your answers in the chat box, and let's make this video interactive. Put your answers. I'll drop my comments on what I feel. Of course, there is no right or wrong answer. We'll just have a proper and improper answer, right? You have bogus and specific answers. Your why would be definitely, most likely, different from mine. But what is your why? Question number 3, who do you need to be to become a successful trader? And this is what we do basically in the fostering program. We make people understand what they need to be. We can't give you your why. You discover your why yourself. You discover what success is for you. Success for one person could be $10,000 a month, and success for another could be 50. Well, success for one could be $1,000. What is success? Success for one person might not just be the money. It's just that they need the money to get the time. They need money to buy time. They need money from trading so they could have time off work, or if the work is tedious, so they'll be with family. That could be success. That could be their why. That could be whatever. But who do you need to be to become a successful trader? That's what we cover in the fostering program. We help you understand who you are. You need to understand who you are to be able to find a strategy that suits you. Remember, strategy is just 10%. Psychology is 60%. And money and risk management, money and portfolio management is 30%. 60 is a whole lump, is more than half. You get 60 wrong, no 10% will right it, will make it right. You get 60% wrong, no 10% will make 60% right. If your psychology is wrong, no matter the strategy you hold on to, no matter how long it takes you to master the strategy, you would fail. It's a fundamental law. Who do you need to be? Think deeply. Drop your answers in the Telegram group or this YouTube video, and let's have discussions about this. We might have a second part to this video. But remember, this same attitude is in football, is in life. People don't assess risks properly. They don't assess the whole picture, and then they take wrong decisions and get their fingers burnt. There are some of us involved in trading schemes. You did your analysis before you went to the trading scheme. You decided you could afford to lose 10,000, but then the scheme kept going, and then you decided to put in extra 20,000. But you forgot to ask yourself, now I have 30,000 in, can I afford to lose 30,000? You're behaving like, the football guys who said, Nigeria won the last 3 matches, they must win. You forgot to consider risks. You forgot to put your stop loss. You forgot to put your take profits. You forgot to cover your backs, right? Let's not make this video too long. If you've not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel. We had a scalping strategy. This week we'll be dropping the entry and how you could use that strategy to grow your account. But remember, strategy is just 10%. Bye-bye.